All right, can you see what I've got here? Got my bottom plane, it's crisscrossed, crisscrossed. And I've got my mid plane, crisscross, crisscross. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my study and I'm going to look at every place where my study touches the outside of the box, okay? And every place where it crosses one of these lines that's in the center, either the diagonals or the center line of the box center line, any of those center lines, okay? Diagonals or center lines. Here's the other thing. Before I do that, I want to establish my heel is going to be back here. I'm going to look at that. How far is that? I'm going to look at my box and I'm going to find that heel center line. How thick is that? What does it do? I'm going to translate that into my perspective here. How far is it? You know, it's pretty thin on this shoe. Like about there. There's my heel center line. I want to find my toe center line too. So the toe center line is about, from here, from the center line of the box, it's about that far. I'm looking at this proportion. I'm looking at this proportion. How far out here does that thing come? In perspective, what would that look like? And then where does it cross my toe center line? Well, it's crossing about this far in front of that diagonal. Let's take a look and see if that does everything that I want it to do. Look at this little negative shape. How about that? I think it's kind of okay. I might have missed slightly. Very, very slight miss. I don't want to bring that, back at least that far to where it crosses the midline of my heel. Where are your lines, Brad? There. Midline of my toe. Okay? Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to find, where is that? I want to ignore this other business. Just where is this touching? Sort of touching here and here. And it comes across. I don't want to draw it coming across yet. I'm going to take this stuff with a grain of salt. But I really want to pay attention to that negative shape here in a minute. So I'm going to locate all of these. How far? Where is it on this thing? Look at that point. It's this far in. Each of those points is a landmark point. Don't just get in there and draw the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Willy-nilly. Do not wing it. Where does it touch? Be very, very specific about this. You might actually be really surprised at the shape that you end up with. But I'm going to get it to cross all these places. Where does it touch? It touches right here. And then on the toe center line, it's actually in a little bit. It touches, crosses. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to connect those dots. And as I connect those dots and I draw my drawing in there, I'm going to look very specifically at this negative shape. You know, what do I think about that negative shape? This little teeny triangle, this triangle, this triangle. I want to get that shape so that it looks like it would in perspective. If it helps you to take this thing and hold it down there, you know, in perspective, so that you can see what it looks like in a similar perspective from what you're drawing, do that. Sure, absolutely. Why not? Do it. What I'm saying here is that you don't wing it and that you be very specific about where they touch, and every single line that you draw, you're going to come back and take a look at it. Okay, I'm going to do that off camera, and we'll talk about it when I come back.